Sure. Assistant Chief James Nolette, Nolette, Fayetteville Police Department.
So talk to us about what's taking place.
Yeah, so earlier this evening, Fayetteville Police Department responded to a residence on Colgate Drive, reference to 4 black males who attempted to break into the residence. Once on scene, the officers made contact with the occupants of the residence, a mother, a daughter, a grandmother, and a grandfather. While on scene, having a discussion, investigating the break-in that occurred, there was no evidence of a break-in that they could determine. While on scene, continued having conversations with the mother who was on scene. There were some inconsistencies with what was going on with her story. They were on scene for about 30 minutes or so, and what appeared to be, she came off having, as if she was in a crisis, tragically in a crisis going on. And then suddenly she produced a firearm. She produced a handgun. She immediately began to threaten to harm herself. Officers within feet of this young lady at the time, while trying to de-escalate it, trying to talk her down, spent about an hour in this situation in close proximity to her, trying to get her to relinquish the handgun, trying to get her to put it down, trying to work with her to get her help. She finally agreed to some assistance offered through Fayetteville Valley. We had EMS and the ambulance respond to the residence. Again, she's still armed with a handgun throughout this whole time. At several points during the interaction, the grandmother and her young child are in front of her, around her, with her. They're in harm's way. The officers are in harm's way, but we continually try to de-escalate the situation, relentlessly trying to get her to put this weapon down so she could get the help that she needs. After about an hour of de-escalating, the officers attempted to secure the weapon and gain control of the handgun, at which point the struggle went to the ground, and tragically officers discharged their firearm. The female is deceased at this time. The officers will be placed on administrative leave, and the SBI has been requested to come in to handle the investigation. Again, this is a tragic situation. For almost an hour, the officers pled with this young lady, tried to get this young lady to put this weapon down, tried to get the help that she wanted, worked with the family to try to just truly get her the help that she needed, but it just escalated very quickly.
How many officers were on the scene at the time during that hour time frame?
Throughout the whole incident, there were 2 officers on scene.
Being that they couldn't get her to put the weapon down, did more come onto the scene, or just those 2?
So initially there were more there. They left because they realized what the call was. Throughout the vast majority of the situation, there were only 2. Once it escalated to where we're at now, obviously more officers arrived on scene. But throughout the whole incident, there were 2 officers who were present on scene, and again, tragically put themselves in harm's way, and unfortunately the family was in harm's way, and just tried to really get this young lady to just put the weapon down and de-escalate the situation as much as possible. Again, relentlessly trying to just come to a peaceful resolution and get her truly the help that she needed.
And obviously you guys have the body camera footage and you've reviewed it, that kind of thing.
We have the body camera footage. It'll all be turned over to the SBI, and we reviewed it preliminary just to get an idea of the true facts that occurred there and not just perception, and tried to view it at that point.